Millions of Americans who prepare and serve our meals have been among the hardest hit by this pandemic. Restaurants could lose $225 billion in business, according to one industry group's report. And 5 to 7 million jobs could be eliminated in that sector over the next 3 months. Our Devin Dwyer has a look now at how some laid-off restaurant workers are coping and what restaurant owners are doing to try to keep their businesses alive.
The COVID pandemic has turned America's restaurant hotspots into ghost towns. Once packed French bistros, Italian trattorias, and Spanish tapas bars, now empty in the nation's capital and many major U.S. cities.
I am wondering what I'm going to do for money and how I'm going to support myself in the future coming weeks.
20-year-old Charnay Rayford was a server at Barcelona restaurant in D.C. before losing her job this week over coronavirus.
They're telling us to file for unemployment, and then hopefully when everything is over, they'll gladly hire us back. But they want us to be secure in funding and financial stuff. So that's why they're really pushing the unemployment.
She's now joining what could be millions of Americans applying for unemployment benefits.
I applied for unemployment. And
Max Reese was also laid off this week as a barista at Compass Coffee.
I've never been laid off before. I was incredibly shocked.
Reese says the stimulus checks for $1,200 per person and $2,400 per couple that Congress is considering will help cover his rent, but worries where he'll find his next job.
It's something which is nice, but yeah, past that, I don't see it really being something that's going to help us through this entire situation.
What's your biggest financial worry right now? Is it rent? Is it food? Is it health insurance? Where would you say you're at on that? So you don't have any health insurance right now?
Right. Yeah, I don't.
Some restaurant owners are trying to soften the blow. Rose Previtt, who owns 2 highly acclaimed restaurants in D.C., is extending health benefits for around 50 of her furloughed employees.
When you start a new business, you think of all the terrible things that could ruin you, and this is not one that I thought of. Global pandemic was not on my list of worst case scenarios, but we have to let our entire front of house staff go. So that means servers, bartenders, food runners, and bar backs, and they were very, very difficult calls to make.
Now Previtt's kitchens, like thousands of other restaurants, are for the first time attempting takeout service to keep at least some employees on the job.
Hopefully, if we can keep this going, we'll be able to keep our kitchen staff working with minimal layoffs.
So how does that actually work? How does a sit-down, high-end restaurant like yours actually convert to takeout? What did you have to do?
As you see, you have to buy a lot of to-go containers that you didn't have before, and since we have all this room upstairs here now, we're just going to fill it with boxes. As you can see from downstairs, we've been piecing together sort of an assembly line now to make it as efficient as possible, but simultaneously, we have to figure out a creative way to not bring too many people here at the same time.
Are you finding people actually want to have that restaurant-style, high-end meal at their home and during this time?
The neighborhood, we've had so many people just say, we're buying this to support you. We know what you're going through. It means so much.
But many restaurants have had to close their doors entirely. The owners of Little Sesame, a lunchtime favorite in the D.C. business district, shut down this month.
Hi, how are you?
They're now trying to pay it forward by giving out free meals to the community.
Looks like we got some couscous, some chicken and cauliflower stew.
Trying to use all of the last ingredients that we have to not waste.
So these were goods you'd usually use in your products for lunchtime crowd, but they're going to go bad. So
yeah, these are actually things that are on our menu.
Edgar Morales, a Guatemalan immigrant and father of 3, lost his job this week because of the pandemic.
First of all, the rent is coming, so we'll see what we can do, to solve that problem. It's very, very tough.
Do you have much savings stored up?
Not really.
For now, many restaurant workers are trying to remain optimistic as their employers, those restaurateurs, do all they can to stave off shutting their doors for good.
If this drags on, the White House is saying possibly July and August. Is there sort of a worst case scenario for you where you have to fold?
The smaller the business, definitely the harder the hit, and we are still piecing it together as we go to see what we're going to be able to do, how scrappy we can get, how many other inventive ideas we can come up with, but it's terrifying to think that we wouldn't be able to open until after summer.
You have such a positive attitude about all of this. It's just very uplifting to me.
Yeah,
what do you say to people who are panicked?
Things are going to move forward. People are still being born every day. There's new things being created. There's new solutions happening, so.
Clinging to hope for a solution to end this pandemic quickly and get all of us back to those dinner tables ready to share a meal. For ABC News Live, I'm Devin Dwyer in Washington.
Our thanks to Devin. Restaurant advocates say one of the best ways that you can help your favorite local dining establishment stay afloat is to participate in takeout programs that they may be offering at this time, and also to buy gift cards, which offer them an infusion of cash now, which you can claim later once they reopen.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.